What's up? Let's go.
What's going? Crank
Get
it.
it.
Super Bowl, baby. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, y'all, welcome to the AFC's Roundtable, Miami Dolphins Roundtable in the house representing. It feels good to be on this channel representing because we own the channel. We are the division champs about to be. All of this fake love, fake hope for the Buffalo Bills. I don't know where all that trash come from, man. But listen, y'all, we got a great show lined up for you all. We have a special guest tonight that we want to bring in just in less than a minute. But we want to thank everybody for loving and supporting on Roundtable Sports, allowing the Miami Dolphins Roundtable to do their thing here. And this is going to be a show heavily talking about the fact that it's time to face the Baltimore Ravens. So listen, man, y'all buckle y'all seatbelt. We got a lot to talk about. But without further ado, let's go around the table, talk to the fellas, and then we'll bring in our special guest for the night. What's up, Doug? How you feeling, man?
I'm good. I'm like 60% confident.
That ain't what Twitter. That ain't what Twitter said. Doug pulling his hair out on Twitter like.
I'm around you guys, so the confidence is starting to fill up.
There you go. We'll make you feel a little better. We'll make you feel a little better, Doug.
I've been a Dolphin fan for it's gonna be like 30 years, 31 years. Hey, we all know, but this feels different, so my confidence is building. We'll see.
CB, what about you? Tua Leroy
in the house. Hey, I'm excited, man. A great opportunity for our Miami Dolphins to go out and get another big dub on Sunday. And, man, ride this thing into the playoffs, man. Are we talking Super Bowl? Super Bowl?
Oh my God!
The Ravens, then yeah, we're talking Super Bowl.
Ooh, let's go. Let's go.
No doubt there. I like that though, because if we do beat the Ravens, there ain't no doubt whatsoever. Man, listen, man, I'm just excited because everybody know what's about to happen on Sunday, baby. Let's go, baby. Hey, CB.
Bro, I don't know.
Hey,
TD's been saying this all week, man. I don't know about TD,
man.
Everybody
in their soul, they know what's about to happen on Sunday.
All right. I'm rocking with you. Let's go.
Right.
Let's go.
Hey, shout out to Dolphins with Dylan, the homie in the house said, what's good, fellas? Hope to join someday. Love all you guys. Great show and keep it up. Let's get this dub and division fins up. That's what's up, man. Hit us up, man. We can see if we can fit you on the schedule one day, potentially. As long as you're creating content, we want you on the show because it's about unity in the Dolphins community. Oh, I like that. Unity in the Dolphins community.
Sounds good. You might be on to something, TD. You might be on to something.
Oh, man. Speaking of unity in the Dolphins community, we got a special guest, ladies and gentlemen. Man, we got a homie that's coming up in just a second. This man been putting in work in the Dolphins community, runs his own show, the #1 Miami sports radio in the morning, baby, show. And hey, that ain't it. He's expanded. He's on the bigger and better things. Yes, also with DolphinsTalk.com right now. Man, give it up from none other the man himself, the myth, the legend, the Hall of Famer. I don't know about Hall of Famer. He a Heat fan. I don't know about Hall of Famer.
Oh,
Steven Daniel.
What up, baby?
Yo. Bam. What's good?
If I was in my studio, I would do my own air horn. But
there you go.
Oh, man. So you're in Baltimore right now?
I'm in Baltimore, man. We're ready for the Baltimore beatdown 2023. So
you're going to be at the game.
Yes.
I'm going to be at the game. We were here last year. It was awesome. It was great. And we brought him good luck last year, and we're going to do it again this year.
Hey, let's do it. We need that good luck. Hey, you the good luck charm, man. I like it, man.
I'm something.
Well, you better make sure you make it in the game in the morning. Hey, Steven, let me ask you a question. What's the temperature there right now?
It's cold. It's like in the 40s.
Really?
Jersey right now it is 46.
Yeah.
46.
You didn't believe
it
me?
would be 45. So we'll see.
So what is it expected to be on Sunday at 1 p.m.? Do we all know that yet? Because last I saw it was supposed to be 42, 43.
I'll look it up.
I last time I saw it was in the 50s and sunny. So
I thought it was 50s too. I saw
Okay,
50s.
okay. I hope so.
Yeah. We'll see, man. We ain't worried about no weather, TD. You ain't putting that on us, bro.
Yeah,
we playing that cold now.
On Sunday, man.
Hey, we playing that cold now.
Yeah,
we got
50.
Waddle, we got Penguins, we got all
He's looking
this
for it
stuff.
out.
50
He's like,
less
it was
than 20
cold,
on
man. That's
Sunday.
why, you know, that's why. You
Wasn't
know?
it cold when we were in Washington though too?
It was. I
Oh,
think
we
it was.
watched
It was.
that
I think it was close to
It
that.
was like 62 degrees.
Oh, come on, come on. It was
Look,
cold that night.
You know, I lived up here in the Baltimore area for 15 plus years. So for this time of year, it's nice weather.
Yeah. Just hope it don't get under 50. They say 2 arm don't work at 49 or
Hey,
below.
stop trying to a Leroy. Hey, stop trying to a Leroy, bro.
Hey, but let's get something straight because CB83 already started. He talking about we ain't worried about
the glow heat up the arm. The glow heat up the arm.
You said we got a Waddle. Waddle ain't playing. What y'all think about that, man?
Hey, we'll be all right, man. We'll be all right. It's next man up. I think the Dolphins really have a deep wide receiver room. Claypool, Chosen. I know guys are a little bit banged up, but we got enough guys in that room to step up and just make plays. And all the guys have been pretty consistent. Even when, guys have been out, Cedric Wilson has stepped up and made plays. Barrios makes plays. Even Claypool's got a few reps here and there. So I'm not worried about our receiver room. We'll still figure it out. We'll still get the dub. Let's go.
I would agree with CB83. I mean, we did very well without Tyreek Hill against the Jets, and I know the Ravens aren't the Jets. I get that,
right?
But I think that it's the next man up mentality, and I hope that Claypool is cool. I think Claypool could have a big game, but guys like River Craycraft and Braxton Berrios, they need to step up as well, and I think that they will.
Yeah, the one guy I think is going to have a big game is Cedric Wilson Jr. You saw him starting to make those catches. You saw him, when we needed him to he got the touchdowns and all that stuff. I could see him stepping into that role, especially outside on the boundary and getting some reps. But it's like what we saw in Hard Knocks with when Hill went down. They all got together. Barrios was like, "You need me, let me know," all that stuff. So. It sucks. Don't get me wrong, but I think we'll be fine.
It's actually the part of the game that scares me more than anything because I just spoke to my guy in Baltimore, and Kyle Hamilton basically wants to play, but him and the team, they're going to make a decision at game time. They're telling him basically I believe they're going to leave it up to him, but they're kind of like whispering in his ear, bigger picture.
To not play. They don't want him to play.
But he's like, man, I want to roll. So we'll see at game time if he pulls a Tyreek or not, what he decides to do in that situation. Because this is the area that kind of concerns me with Waddle being out. It's one thing when you say next man up, but this is the Ravens secondary. It's a little different story.
No, TD, we torched them dudes last year. Don't forget. Like,
they were hurt last year.
Hey, I don't care what you say.
They're
still
without 3 guys. They're healthy now.
We got more guys too. We got more guys on offense too. So we did torch them dudes last year. Tua put up numbers. We ain't worried about it. Hey, let's go, man.
You're right. Tua put up 28 points in the fourth quarter last year.
Come on,
6
bro.
touchdowns. I'm not worried.
Their other starting corner, Brandon Stevens, he didn't practice for 2 straight days, and he's questionable. Yeah, and then their other corner's out, Jalen. So they only got Humphrey. That's all they got. And if Hamilton can't go on the back end,
you make a good point. The boys might be hurting back there.
Can I be real with you though?
This is why we all know it's going to happen Sunday. Go ahead, Steve.
I want the smoke, man. I want Hamilton in there. I don't want nobody to say
that boy say he want the smoke,
man.
Hey, y'all better than me. I don't want no smoke. I want a W. However we can get it.
Look, here's where I'm at with it. If we win on Sunday, it's because we did earn it. It's because we did do everything that the Dolphins needed. There's going to be no, oh my God, well, this didn't happen or this didn't happen. No. If Miami wins on Sunday, it's because they were the better football team. Point blank. There's no ifs, or buts about it.
Tell him. Who you sound like you? Hey, you sound like you talking to somebody in particular. Who you talking to, dog?
I mean, maybe somebody who's up there, that guy.
No. Hey, all right.
Which one of us has the pro under us? Which one?
Hey, clearly TD.
TD definitely coming.
Listen. Okay, let me be clear. Let me give you my disclosure before we finish the show. Okay. I have, as y'all notice, I've made it abundantly clear over the last 2 years, a little sprinkles before that. I'm not going to be optimistic about nothing with this team until they prove the real prove moments. And guess what? We've just arrived at a real prove it moment.
Yep.
Ain't no question. Like Dallas
just arrived. Come on, TD. Last week you said
no.
Come on now.
I'm gonna be honest. I was wrong, but let me tell you why.
This is the biggest game the Dolphins have played. It's not the
Colin. It ain't the Colin Cowherd wrong. I was actually convinced, but I didn't realize it didn't have as much implication as I thought it did.
Okay.
This right here,
AFC.
Let me tell you, it's bigger than the AFC because again, I'm the Tua guy.
You the what?
I'm the Tua guy, not like that. Not like no.
You're the guy in the community that backs him up like no other.
No, not at all.
No, I'm
the guy that will never give him an inch until he takes it.
I got you. I see what you're saying.
So this is an inch moment.
Yep.
Like he can, if he takes this, what the heck can I ever say?
But last week was a little bit though, TD. Last week was a little bit.
It was a start.
It was a start. It was trending in the right direction.
Listen,
you got to respect. Come on, we got to respect that.
He done had a lot of starts in his career.
TD, I love you, but that is the definition of goalpost moving right there. You got to give us credit for that.
I can move. Listen, that's what you got to understand, Steven. I'm going to move the goalposts. If you keep kicking the ball and hitting the boink, if you keep kicking the ball and it's boinking, I ain't finna give you the same field goal. I want even better. You got to understand, Steven, I'm not finna get Tannehill again. It ain't finna happen to me.
Oh, come on. You still on that? You still on that?
I'm not going to get – listen.
They're not comparable,
Tannehill wishes he was like the only comparison of Ryan Tannehill and Tua Tagovailoa is the one in their jersey. That's the only similarity between the two. There's no other similarity. Tua is 10 times way better than Ryan Tannehill ever wished he was.
Stephen D.
What I realize is Tua Tagovailoa has the ability to hurt me 10 times more than Tannehill did.
That's true.
But with great risk.
I get all of that.
Yeah, with great risk comes great reward.
But I'm just telling you where I'm at with it, and we've reached one of those moments where if he goes out there and has an elite game versus Baltimore and will this team to the number 1 seed with the home field advantage throughout the playoffs and he balls out, there ain't a thing nobody in this world could say about this man at that point. Even if he loses a first-round playoff game, I mean, it's going to be shunned for a few weeks, but at the end of the day, we'll all still feel like at least we got a guy.
It depends on how we lose, but yeah, I get
which
what you're
is
saying.
true, but that's all I'm saying. These are the moments I live for. All this stuff throughout the regular season, it don't matter how good or bad it is. I wait for these moments. I wait for these moments right here.
The prove-it moments.
Exactly. Everybody can rave and hoop and holler about all the other games of 500 yards or whatever it was. These are the ones right here. I waited. You know why? This is because he never passed the test in one of these.
But TD, you got to admit this though. Last year, I remember you kind of doing the same thing with.
And he failed.
With the San Francisco down the stretch, those games, right? You said, hey, these games are going to be important, right? That Dallas game, I felt like you kind of had those implications in reference to that game, and he came out and did what he needed to do. I think that's one step in the process, right? Come on, you got to give him that. It's one step in the process.
Bro, our offense was lethargic in that game overall. We moved the ball, but we never finished the deal, really. You know, it was issues in that game, but let me tell you why the Cowboys game, I kind of pulled back a little bit. Cowboys is the number 1 man coverage defense in the NFL. And they ran 80% zone. I was shocked. I don't know why they did it. I was waiting on the Cowboys to run 2 high safeties to not get beat over the top, man up press, and make Tua be that, all game to prove it. But they
tried,
never put him in that situation.
But they tried to do it, right?
No,
they tried to do it early.
No, that's not true.
They did, because
they got caught on a blitz whenever they hit Waddle deep. They got caught.
But the corners was up on him. The corners playing up on him.
No safety help.
He has safety help. The safety's there. Tua's just the ball placement is so good that the safety never gets over the top.
Well, no, that's not true, CB. What you got to understand is the teams like Dallas, they always run the too high shell. That's something that's but they didn't run the too high shell. They were not running. If you can even go on that play, they were single. And all I'm saying to you, that's not a big deal to me. What I'm saying to you is I'm waiting on him that's why these games are important. Because the crazy thing is the Ravens aren't going to play man coverage. They're going to play zone. But the difference in the Ravens zone, it's smothering zone. It ain't that 15-yard cushion with no safety. They're going to make sure that everything you look at in the first 5 to 10 yards is not there unless you throw a bubble screen and they're attacking it anyway. So now when he comes off of that first read, what is he going to do? And that's why it's an opportunity for him. I'm telling you, man, that's the last thing I want to see from him. I've noticed over every single year with Tua, he's progressed. He's gotten better. He's done things that I didn't even think he could do from day one. And that's all you can ask for. But it's like the final test is in his face. The final test is right in his face.
Do you think this is the final test?
It's okay. It's not the final test, but he can shut a lot of people up for a while.
100% he can.
He can shut a lot of people up for a while. So no, and look, when I say it's not the final test, because all it'll do is put him in a new realm now, and now he got to get over that hump like Lamar got to get over. Playoff success. And we don't know what that looks like. He might have it right away. But if he keeps flaking in the playoffs, now that's the new test. You see what I'm saying? So we don't know.
Let's get over the regular season before we get into the postseason there.
Which is true.
But we end up found the man's success in the postseason. Come on, TD.
But we in the playoffs though. So we clinched. Yeah. It's something we can have a discussion about for sure.
This is huge. And I think everybody know it's huge, because if we lose this game, a lot of people are going to be nervous about Buffalo. Let's be honest. I don't know if y'all would be honest. You're going to be nervous about Buffalo. I am.
Yeah. And if division game.
You lose the game against Buffalo, let's be honest. We're a good team, but how much confidence do you have going into Buffalo? How much confidence do you have going to Arrowhead? How much confidence do you have going to Cleveland? You see what I'm saying? And we could beat these teams, but the confidence is totally different than it being at Hard Rock based off of what's happened this year. Yeah. Totally different.
So here's where I'm at. I think, number one, this is the biggest game in 30 years for the Miami Dolphins franchise. Every one of us knows that, right? Fans, any content creator, this is the biggest game in the last 30 years for this franchise. As far as Tua is concerned, Tua is playing the biggest game of his entire career. And he can silence a lot of haters or a lot of doubters by having a good game. And at the end of the day, as long as he carries them to a victory, that's what we want to see. It's about the win-loss column. Because Miami Dolphin fans, for years, we've been, all right, what can we hang our hat on? Oh, we have a great 1,000-yard receiver. Oh, we got a 1,000-yard running back. Or, oh, we got this great return man. No, this year, we have it all. We had our cake, and we're eating it too. Now, the last two games against Baltimore, which looks like they're the best team in all of football right now, and then against Buffalo, a team that has clearly had our number for the last 3 years, hell, 5 years. It is something that if the Dolphins come out of it 2-0, Miami's the best team in all of football. And you can't even argue that fact.
That's right.
That's true.
That's right. And I got to do this for those watching, because we got to play both sides of the aisle here just to be objective. If Miami doesn't deliver and he has a bad game, what does that mean?
Man, it means that you go into Buffalo next week and you expect them to play better. You expect them to bounce back. And that's what you want to see going
Buffalo
into the
come
playoffs.
to us.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So you want to see them bounce back and play better next week as a team, right? Because we're going into the playoffs. We want to show that we are on the rise, playing well, playing good football going into the playoffs. So you definitely want to see a bounce back game. And the thing about the Miami Dolphins this year, they haven't lost 2 games in a row, right? So that's something you have to take into consideration, that this team does a really good job of, hey, bounce back, refocus, go out there and win a football game. So that's something you got to consider.
Your thoughts on that, Doug?
Yeah, it'll be tough, and it all depends. A lot of times the losses are predicated on the quarterback, and then the wins are a team thing. But for me, like when it comes to Tua, it depends on how the loss is. Like if he's playing good and it's like a fumble or a missed field goal or whatever, then I'm still gonna feel good about the fact that he put up a good performance. But if he goes out there and throws like 3 interceptions and he just looks off, then it's a discussion that needs to be had. But this game, I feel TD because you'd rather be surprised than let down. And this is one of those games where
Doug stress.
I'm back down to 60.
I think we all are to a certain extent, right? We don't like. Let me ask you: does anybody on this panel think we don't have what it takes to win on Sunday?
Oh no. To me, it's like a 50-50.
We all know what's going to happen Sunday.
We all know that we have the tools to win. We have every weapon we need to get a victory on Sunday.
Yeah, for sure.
If for some reason the Dolphins lose, it depends on how they lose, and people are going to say, "Oh, you're going to play that card." Yes, if the Dolphins lose by a field goal on a last second to Justin Tucker, I'm going to be okay. We could compete. We're good. We should be able to beat Buffalo. Let's go take care of business against Buffalo. And if we beat Buffalo, I'm going to feel nothing about that loss against Baltimore. Now, if we get blown out by Baltimore, then the questions are going to be fraud. Is this a fraudulent team? Is Tua fraudulent? And that's the only – I don't care what happens. I just don't want that to happen. I just don't want to get blown out. Yeah. I want it to be a close game.
The thing is, here's the thing, and I don't want to give us a scapegoat, our team, okay? But I'm going to be honest with y'all. The only good thing about all of this is that we won so many games early that we have a lot of scapegoats. Not scapegoats, we have a lot of outs. Let me put it like this. You lose to Baltimore even if you get blown out. Well, we still got the Bills on the schedule. You lose the Bills and you get blown out. It's embarrassing. You lost the division and you're on the road in the first round. But we're still in the playoffs. We still got a first round. So we got so many different ways to redeem ourselves. Like, because if we go on the road in the playoffs and win, who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares about all of those things?
Right.
Now, if you lost,
TD, chill, bro.
Oh my!
He's not, TD's not lying. If I'm gonna tell you, our worst nightmare as content creators is going to be the Dolphins losing 3.
Oh, that would be ridiculous.
It would be horrible.
Oh, it'd be horrible.
It would be horrible.
Because it's not happening. This is too good of a football team. But yeah, that would be devastating because these guys work hard. You could tell the culture is there. The coaching is there. They can't lose 3 straight, bro. Well, you got to go out swinging.
I'm gonna be unbearable.
You got to go out swinging. I know you would, TD. I know you would.
Streets. I'm cussing everybody out. I don't listen. I made it a point in my life about 5 years ago to refrain from as much profanity as I possibly can. That's why people be like, "Oh, TD don't cuss." I know how to cuss. I just don't cuss anymore. If we lose 3 straight, everybody getting cussed out. I'm telling you.
The phone's ringing. I'm like, "Hello." He's like, "F you." I'm like, "What did I do?"
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, Stephen D getting cussed out, CB83 getting cussed out. I'm gonna tell y'all I love y'all when I'm done. Doug getting cussed out, OJ McDuffie getting cussed out.
Hey, you've been waiting on that OJ McDuffie cussing out for a while. I know you've been tucking out of the way.
No, but still, man, I couldn't listen because at that point, I think we all just have to say, I think it would change all of us.
Yeah,
if something like that would happen, it would change everybody.
It would make us a little bitter for sure.
It would be the biggest heartbreak we've ever experienced.
It would be the biggest heartbreak of my life. It would Dolphin fans already have PTSD.
Oh yeah.
If we lost 3 straight, I mean, it would be
I'm retiring from the roundtable.
Bro,
like
chill,
you,
bro.
Yeah.
like you could
Bro,
never,
you think I can show my face on the channel?
you could never ever like anytime anybody positive comes up, you can't get mad at anybody hating on it.
All right, let's not talk about it no more.
All right, why are we putting this in the atmosphere?
Yeah.
Bro, y'all manifesting this.
Because
Chill,
we
bro.
all know it's gonna happen, son.
Yeah, let me knock on some wood, dog.
All right, man. But listen,
God, hey.
let's quickly talk about something that is a little bit of concerning, though, for real. Today, as you can see, people saying Ramsey's questionable knee injury. Have y'all heard anything, or what's y'all thoughts of hearing this at the last minute, man? Doug, you want to start this one?
I'm not too worried about it. I know when it comes to the injury report, if you get any type of treatment, they have to put you on there. So I will see what happens on Sunday. Like if he doesn't play Sunday, then all of a sudden I'm going to be like, what really happened? But a lot of stuff that pops up on the injury report, again, we don't know things. It could be it could be that he like tweaked his knee, but he was fine. He finished the game, he finished practice, and then they did treatment on it. But the Dolphins are like, let's put that out there. Let's mess with Baltimore a little bit. It could be a bunch of different things. So I'm not too stressed about it. I'm more worried about Robert Hunt not playing than I am about
Robert Hunt ain't playing.
Yeah, he's not playing. He's doubtful. So that's what I'm more worried about than Jalen. Yeah, I think he's going to play. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, I think I'm with Doug on that one. I think something might have happened at practice where he tweaked it a little bit, but Jalen's the type of guy who's going to be ready to go. Unless they chain him down to the bench or something, he's going to be out there because that dude really wants to play. He's a competitor. That's my Seminole, so y'all already know what time it is, man. Y'all already know how we going, man. So Jalen will be out there. Jalen will be out there manning up, holding them dudes down, taking care of business, just shutting down that side of the field over there. So I ain't worried about it. He'll be in there.
I think that Jalen Ramsey's the most important player on the defense. And that's you can't deny that. You can't argue that. When he's on the field, the defense has been elite, not good, elite.
Confident.
And so, when I saw his name on the injury list after I got off the plane today, my heart kind of sank in my stomach for a little bit. But I feel like if it was anything serious, there would be more Barry Jackson or somebody big. Like there would have been some. Yeah, there'd be reports about it. Omar Kelly, Alan Poupart, somebody would have reported it. And so I think it's just the Dolphins having to do what you're required to do in the NFL, that if you get any sort of treatment on something, that you're required to list it on the injury report. Otherwise, you're no better than the Cincinnati Bengals with Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
I'm a little more worried about another player on defense, and I may be, you guys may disagree, but I feel like they may need to sit him one more week because I'd rather have him fully healthy in the playoffs than to be experimenting right now, and that's Javon Holland. And as important as he's going to be in the playoffs and how dearly he's missed now, even though we're surviving without him, I don't want to take that chance because of the impact I know he can have in the postseason. What say you guys on that?
Yeah, I agree because you watched that touchdown to CeeDee Lamb last week, and
Brandon Jones bad angle.
Peter pointed him out, to Campbell. Hey, I'm shifting him. No, it was not Campbell. It's Elliott. I'm shifting him to you, and then Elliott kind of didn't follow. So the first game that him and Baker were out was the Titans game, and you saw that those last two drives where the defense was kind of off because your two field generals weren't on the field calling out the plays and the schemes and everything. So,
we would have won that game had they been on the field.
100%. Well, there's a lot of things we could have said with that, and one of them bounced back in Bradley Chubb. But hey, it's been a couple weeks, and he is chomping at the bit to get on that field.
For sure.
So if Mike McDaniel, if he's not good to go, he's not playing. So I trust him just like last week we trusted Tyreek to make the right decision. We'll see. But if he can be out there, that would help us drastically.
Yeah, I think Holland's a big part of our defense, right? He's that guy back there that's kind of controlling the airways, making sure nobody's getting behind us. When he went out, it was like a neck injury, right? And he's been out for a few weeks now. So
I thought it's his knees.
Yeah, both knees.
I was at both knees.
Yeah, what I was told is them knees cooked, bro.
Stop playing,
No, I'm
TD.
dead serious. I'm
That's why he's out for so
told
long,
that
yeah.
the knees got some issues right now.
Is it both? It's both knees.
Both knees. It happened in the Jets game because of the Jets turf. If you go back and watch, it's the one where I think he tried to make a tackle, kind of got ran over.
You mean the first Jets game?
Second Jets game.
But I think is it like sprains or is
you're
it
right,
like
you're right, first
is
Jets
it
game.
wear? Is it wear on his body a little bit?
I think it was an MCL sprain in both his knees.
Sprains, yep, MCLs.
Okay. Man, well, hopefully he can get back. Honestly, I think guys at this point, I mean, guys have been on ice. He's been on ice for a while, right? If he feels like he's ready, we got to start getting him in the mode of playing football because we don't want to put him out there come playoff time and he hasn't played in 6 weeks, right? That's a totally different story. You get him out there in a playoff game and he's looking lost. I think you got to start getting him into the rhythm of getting back in the game. At least get him, spot play him here and there. So I don't like guys coming into the game cold and haven't seen reps in a long time in a playoff game. That's tough. That's a tough position to be in. So hopefully he can get going, man.
I think facing, the wide receiving core of the Baltimore Ravens and obviously knowing what Lamar can do, getting out of the pocket, having him on the field is going to be nothing but an asset. And if he is able to play even 30% of the snaps, it makes us that much better. So
especially spying on Lamar, especially 100%. Spying on Lamar.
That's Holland, and Baker when he was,
But you talk about Baker. Duke Riley's playing really good football.
Oh, I love the
Riley's a beast.
Yeah, he's playing good football. So,
well, we'll see. Listen.
Listen. It was funny. I was watching Hard Knocks, and he's a leader, and McDaniel is taking him under the wing, and you could Duke Riley is. Duke Riley's slowly becoming that guy, man.
And honestly. He's a really good blitzer, and he's filling the gaps and playing the run tough. And he's just doing even in pass coverage, he's doing a good job. And I think he's kind of getting into a groove of what Fangio wants from his guys at the position, and he's slowly getting himself there. And honestly, he's playing good football. Hopefully, Baker can get back because that adds another piece. But
Baker's supposed to come back in the next couple
I don't know. We haven't heard much on Baker.
The playoffs because we'll have one spot left open to return from IR. And it's
we got one. So this is what people need to understand. When a guy gets hurt, he's going to be on the roster just as out. We don't have any more IR spots, but the one to bring back. So
we got one to bring back. How many guys do we? Because is Isaiah Wynn coming back or no? He's done.
He was done. Yeah.
Whoever the best player on IR is the only one that's going to come back.
Who is that? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who's the best player on IR right now?
That's Baker.
And then they can't place anybody else on or is season ending.
I don't know.
If we can get that number one seed, they got another week to get back and get ready.
Yeah.
It'll be big.
How important, Doug? How important is it for the Dolphins to get the number one seed? How massive to a Super Bowl run?
See, this is how I feel about it because it's huge because you get that rest that you need after us taking the thumpings we've been taking and the injuries that have been piling up. But also, it makes me super nervous because we're kind of lethargic coming out of a bye. If you ever noticed that, we kind of don't play the same out of a bye, but we need it. I want that number one seed. I want the Super Bowl to run through Miami, and we're different at home. Our stats are drastically different. We control the snap count and all that stuff. We need it, but I'd be nervous because of how lethargic we are coming out of a bye.
Yeah, I think I'd much rather take the bye and lethargic than go on the road, 100%, right?
100%.
Just because of the way we play.
Well, what about the two, CB? Are you okay if we get the two?
Yeah. The two could be. Yeah. The two could be good. I mean, I think either way it helps.
You're probably facing Indy, right? If we get the two.
If the season ended right now, yeah, we'd be facing Indy.
Yeah.
I'd take Indy all day. That's a dub.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of Gardner.
We running them dudes off the field. That might be a 30-pointer.
He been playing well though.
Who Gardner Minshew?
Yeah.
He gonna be seeing ghosts when.
No, I know we'll definitely beat them. I'm just saying the one thing about Indianapolis, their trenches on both sides of the ball is what keeps them alive. The D line and the O line is phenomenal, but but listen, I ain't worried about that. I gotta say this because y'all be naming players like Chubb, Duke Riley, and all that. I ain't sold. I'm the type of person. Show me all that stuff versus the Ravens in Buffalo. Don't show up versus the Washington, Tennessee Jets and all of them all the time. Show up versus the Ravens and show up versus Buffalo. Especially you, Chubb.
Hey, Chubb a dog. Chubb playing good ball now.
There is a dog versus the Jets, Washington, Tennessee. Jets
that's Wolfpack.
He is. Depending on who you play. I want to see him show up because guess what? Here's the thing. When we play a good team, Chubb nowhere to be found, and all of a sudden Van Ginkel's the guy. Van Ginkel shows up. I don't know why Van Ginkel's the only one show up against good teams. For some reason.
I don't know, man. I think they play off of each other. I think they play as a unit, man. And sometimes guys get off, and some guys, sometimes it's the other guys that get off, just depending on the matchups, right?
Bradley Chubb had a sack and a half against the Cowboys.
Come on, bro. Stop.
I remember that sack. Dak was back there for 7 seconds. Nowhere to go.
He should have had 2.5.
And actually, Dak actually ran on that, but didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. But he was back there forever. It was a covered sack. But I'm just saying, I noticed these guys. I want to see them earn their money versus Baltimore and Buffalo, and that's where it matters. No, I'm serious because we need them to play.
At first it was Cowboys. At first it was Cowboys, Ravens, and Bills. Now it's just Ravens and Bills.
I told you it's habitual goalpost moving.
No, it's not. All right. Let me say this, man. This is why when we do have moments in history, I'm not talking about this team right here, but when we have, this team too, when we do have moments where we get smacked in the mouth, why everybody be like, what happened? Where was he in this game? This is why I study all this stuff. I notice when they show up and when they don't. And I've been begging for Chubb all year. And as of the last 5 games, he's woke up, but I want to make sure that that's real. That's a real awakening, so that's all.
Let me ask you, TD, if the Miami Dolphins come out and smack, I don't even want to say smack Baltimore in the mouth, just straight win, however they get the win.
Yep.
Does it prove everything that they've ever needed to show you ever?
Everything is context, Steven. Everything is context. How you win, why you win. This is what I'm saying. If you win 6-3 and your offense is trash, it doesn't give you much confidence versus Buffalo because you got to. You see what I mean? So it just depends on how it happens. It's not, I know it's all about win-loss column, but we're talking about how it makes us feel moving forward.
But he said if you win convincingly, if you win convincingly,
we won that Dallas game
30-10.
On the
30-10, we win in the Super Bowl.
We won that Dallas game on the leg of Jason Sanders. And I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. And and you go back and look at the Jets game and how we played that, and the Denver game and the Tennessee game, or the Jets game, the other Jets game, all of them. I don't care how you get a win in the NFL, and especially if you're playing the number 1 defense, which the Baltimore Ravens are, if I'm correct. I don't care if we win 6-3. If we win, so be it.
Baltimore
sign me up because I know my team can put up 30 points if they need to.
They're the 6th ranked defense. They're just number 1 in points allowed by far.
Well, they're the number 1 scoring defense.
Yeah, by far. Okay. They don't allow 5. They allow 5 less points than us. But here's let me say this, Steven. It's just a difference in football philosophy. Neither of them are wrong. This is how I look at it. You're right. It doesn't matter how you win. But I'm the person that focuses on how did we lose? Why did we lose? What happened that made us lose? That's what I'm diving in. And the only reason, because I'm looking in every game for those behaviors to see who's giving them all the time, who's not. What I'm saying, that's why when I say things like Chubb and Duke and stuff, these behaviors, I've seen phenomenal play lately. But now I want to see it when And I see how they're doing it, by the way. Not all of it is covered sacks. Chubb been getting some moves in. Chubb is spin moves, swims, and he been doing some stuff. But now I want to see you do that against a Ravens O-line who loves taking care of their quarterback, even though he's sacked a lot, but that's to his own fault. And I want to see you do it against Buffalo, who has that mobile quarterback who's going to make you really have to pay attention while playing your position, because that's what brings you to that next level of, we made a great decision by bringing this guy in or that guy. That's all I'm saying. I take the win anywhere it goes. I'm just in an evaluate. I always evaluate.
I don't have a problem with you saying that. I think that's fair.
And I get what you're saying, TD, but I don't think it's fair to say, hey, every guy needs to show up every game. I think the defensive line plays as a unit, and I think they play off of each other. I think you have a lot of Chubb, they run a lot of stunts and movement. As a result of that, sometimes Chubb is sacrificing himself to get somebody else off, bro. So you can't always say, but Chubb's going to win. He's going to win the one-on-ones.
You know what?
But they're playing as a unit. It's not, and even Vic Fangio said it in his presser today. He said, hey, these guys, they're sacrificing for the team. It's a team game. It's a unit. It's coverage. It's everything combined. You hating right now.
You want to know where you're wrong?
What?
Yeah, when you said everybody don't need to show up every game.
No, I'm saying the sacks don't show up every game.
No, Duke Riley don't need to show up every game. Van Ginkel don't need to show up every game. Jerome Bass, they don't need to show up every game. When you trade for Chubb, give up a nice draft capital, and you pay him what you pay him, you got to show up in the big game no matter what. You got to. Michael Parsons didn't touch Tua. He ain't show up.
I can't live in that all or nothing world.
Listen, this is what you get paid for. The big guys got to show up in the big game, because if they don't, you lose.
Look, a majority of them, yes, but we have never played in a game this big before, ever.
That's why they got to show up. This is why we lose these.
That's a given. They know they got to play, but
I can guarantee
these guys. What?
I guarantee you one thing. If we win, it's because the big money people showed up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a given. We got top talent on this roster.
But if they don't show up, we ain't gonna have no collective effort to win this game. I'm telling you, because Baltimore is showing up. They big names showing up. You gotta match it. This is what you pay these guys the money for.
Of course. Man, that's football. That's competitive. That's competition, man.
Listen, I need a sack and a half from Chubb, at least.
He had 2 against Phil, so he could definitely do it.
As long as Salt and Pepper do their thing, that's all I care about.
He been eating all season. Why TD bad at Chubb? He been eating all season.
Christian Wilkins, you better get that money this game. You see what I'm serious.
Yeah, now for real.
Christian Wilkins, that's another person that you better come show why you deserve that money.
This is a statement.
Oh, his improved stats. Where were you in Baltimore?
See, but here's my thing about this game, though. I'm fine if they don't get sacks. If they keep Lamar in the pocket, I'm fine with them not getting
sacks. They gotta put the heat on them. They gotta 100%. Make them hurry.
If they could just keep him in the pocket, because we see him making throws. They're like the 20th ranked passing offense because he uses his legs. 786 rushing yards from Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
he's the leading rusher. You keep that man in the pocket. Yeah, obviously, eventually they're going to get to him, but keep him in the pocket. Force him to make the dumb throws. Mm-hmm. Let us get the ball back. But that's what I'm focused on.
I think, Doug, one of the mistakes that our community's been making, because I've been hearing it all week. Oh, he's not a good passer, this and that. Remember last time we said that when he came to Miami?
He
was a running back,
really good passer.
When he put up five touchdowns, 400 yards, whatever.
Well, that was a terrible team. TD, what? That was a rebuild.
Remember the time after that he came to Miami?
He looked pedestrian versus Flores' defense.
Any fan,
we go zero blitz him?
No, we don't need to zero blitz him.
Okay.
We don't need to.
That was the blueprint.
If you don't respect what Lamar can do in the pocket, then I don't know what to tell you, because the man can sit in the pocket and sling it all he wants. He chooses not to, and for the most part in his career, he's never had a wide receiver to really help him. Zay Flowers is the best wide receiver Lamar has had in his entire career. Point blank. It's not even a question.
Yeah.
So that's
He might
the
not
other
play.
thing that we
Well,
need
he
to
may
stop
not
on
have him.
Sunday.
He may not have him.
He might not play.
But Bateman killed us last year too. I mean, don't be
Well,
sleeping on Bateman.
Yeah, they
but
spread
see,
the
and
ball
that's what
around regardless.
I know, and that's what last year kind of keeps me encouraged about this game. They had some really big plays on us last year. A kickoff return straight out the gate, right? And then they had a huge run from Lamar, a huge play from Bateman on a slant. Those plays don't happen in our defense. I think we find a way to keep those guys in front of us and not give up the big plays. And that's the thing I do like about Fangio.
Castro, if Flowers and OBJ are out, Miami's got the upper hand.
OBJ is not going to be out.
That's what somebody just said in the chat.
No, he rested today. He had a veteran rest day. That's why he didn't practice. Yeah, he'll be fine, but it's going to be real interesting. Both injury reports, what ends up coming across the inactives on Sunday.
Man, they playing games.
I hope so, especially on our side.
Like it's a chess.
It is at this point.
Well, I got
people popping up on it now. I'm like, dang, y'all just adding people out the blue.
He got a Band-Aid on his finger, so we have to put him on the injury report.
Well, I will say this. I am concerned though with Tua's finger, and let me tell you why. I'm giving him an excuse here. We
don't need your excuses.
We don't need
them. We don't need those. Keep those where you at.
I don't care what you say. Tua was a little off in that Dallas game. Tua was a little off in that Dallas game with ball placement.
And the out
and
routes.
Now I know why. I believe it might have been the finger. No, I'm serious. He said it happened in the first quarter. He didn't say anything. That could have been a major reason why he was a little off. He misfired like 6-7 throws in that game. So I think that might have had something to do with it.
Now, some of his throws were a little off, and I think it was, out routes, things going towards the sideline. He's doing a good job of trying to not put the ball in a place. Look, he doesn't want to put the ball in a place where it could get picked and go back to the crib.
I will say the Jets game.
Come on, bro.
Ever since the Jets game, his out passes
is further outside.
Mm-hmm.
They're further outside, bro. Yeah. They're not. They're nowhere inside.
He's just giving the defense a chance. Sometimes y'all hating on Tua, man.
Bro,
listen, his thumb was a little. I just hope that doesn't carry over and linger. Like it's a real little pincher for him. But I got to talk about one more guy before we start. Closing topics. Hey, I know y'all say I've been hating on Chubb, Duke Riley. Hey, but listen, man. I'm getting sick of one player. I'm gonna be honest. I told y'all we should have traded this man 3 years ago.
Oh boy, here we go.
X.
Dog, is he not getting toasted every week? Come on, man.
Noah Igbenogany. No more.
Hey, Noah might got a higher PFF grade these days.
Hey, stop trying. Hey, stop trying X, man. X got family stuff going on.
Oh, that's what it is. The family stuff.
He got a lot of family.
I'm gonna leave it be, man.
Family, CB.
Hey, man, he got family. He got groins to heal, man. He working, man. He trying to get right, man. Hey, stop picking on my dog. Hey, we love you, X. We need a big game from you Sunday.
Yeah,
dog.
that's all I'm saying. We need something from X because the opposing receiver's been having a little bit of a success on him. Just saying.
Yeah, there were some plays where CD kind of gave him the biz a little bit last game. CD's a bigger guy too, so you kind of expect that, and CD was pushing off a little bit, but I think he did play him tough on the back half of the game. But we need X to get a pick or make a play, get back to where you were when you were had the top interceptions in the league a couple years ago. We need a big play, and we're gonna need him to have some big plays down the stretch. Let's be honest, right? X has been a ball hawk for us. He typically is always finding the ball. He hasn't done it this year for us. Maybe we see that down the stretch.
Side of his career, that's why.
And bro, I get it, but you still gotta find a way.
What we kept you for, and Paige kept re-upping that contract. It's all I'm saying. But let me say this. I noticed this on defense, and this is an exposed part of our defense. And Mike McDaniel, I think on Hard Knocks or something, I saw him say this, and he was 100% right on the film. He was basically like showing a play where we were trying to do too much, trying to make the big play instead of playing focused. But here's the deal. that crap is open all the time. I mean, it's like the other team will put somebody over in the flat over there or out route, and the corner and the receiver will go on a go route, right? And I don't know what it is with our corners, but they jump that route 80% of the time. I'll be like, "Ooh, they're gonna come back to that. That receiver going deep was wide open, and the safety wasn't even close." And we come down and we make those quick tackles in the flat. We be like, "Ooh, he's smothering D." But Dallas got us with one of those. And that's what Mike McDaniel was showing even the game before they got us with one. Those going to turn out to be big plays if we don't stay back and be disciplined. Now, I understand it does give up the little 6-7 yarders with run after the catch all the time in Fangio's D, but that's the little small detail. The only thing I think that our defense needs to work on. Guys like Xavier Howard, guys like Javon Holland, they're so great at what they do, but can you tell them not to do that little headsy play because you can also get burned? Yeah. Do you let them go, or do you stick with McDaniel saying, no, that ain't the type of team we are?
I mean, you got to keep them disciplined and you got to keep them focused. And I think Fangio does a good job of this, like mixing it up during the game. Like I saw last week where you had Chubb and Van Ginkel covering the guys in the slots and just mixing it up and just doing stuff a little bit different to kind of keep you sharp throughout the game, changing up the coverages, changing up the calls to kind of keep you locked in and keep you engaged. Because if you get back there and you're just calling the same thing over and over again, you know, I think guys get kind of lackadaisical. They get kind of relaxed. But, I mean, you gotta think about this, too. There's a lot of veteran guys back there. Ramsey, X, guys who have played a lot of football. So those guys can kind of keep, you know, everybody locked in and kind of understanding what to expect. And they watch a lot of film, too. I think they prepare well. So I think that's a part of this game plan and going in and executing.
Doug, help us out. How do you see this game going and your score prediction?
I think this is going to be I don't think it's going to be as high scoring as last year's game because I do think both teams got better on both sides of the ball. And I think you're at the point of the season where last year at that point of the season, it was still kind of new. So we didn't know what either team was going to be. I think it's going to be a hard fought game. I don't think, like I said, I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game. I do have the Dolphins winning. I can see them winning like 24-20 or something like that. But we keep talking about it. This is like a season defining game. You win this game, and all of a sudden, all of the people that are saying, people are literally coming out, the Skip Bayless, the Cowherds, all these guys are coming out and saying, we're going to get stomped out by the Ravens. Like they are coming out. And this is bulletin board material. You saw Raekwon Davis come out and tell people to shut up. You saw Tyreek Hill come out. This is bulletin board material. So if you think this team is going to sit back and be like, don't listen to the noise, don't listen to the noise. No, they're listening to that noise. And now's the time to show that, okay, we're different now. They're 3-1 in December. So that was the first start to showing that they're different than last year. But you come out and you win this Ravens game, we're Super Bowl favorites. So like it's how can we not be? You just beat the best team in the NFL. And I will say this though, they did have to come over from the West Coast on a Monday night game. Can't say that won't affect them a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Could be feeling themselves a little bit beating the Ravens. Everyone and their mother is picking the Ravens to win this game. I'm just saying the Dolphins 4-point underdogs. Let's go. Shock the world.
Ooh. Yeah, man, I'm with you, Doug. I think you said it's going to be close. I think it's going to be a little bit. I think the Dolphins win by 10 points. I think the Dolphins win by a touchdown and a field goal, and I think we win handedly. And I think we control them defensively, and our offense finds a way to kind of score some points and get into a groove. So I would have the score probably like 28-18 or 28-17, something like that. Maybe 11 points, 10 points. But I got us winning by 2 scores for sure.
Steven?
I think the first team to 30 wins the game, ladies and gentlemen. This is a track meet, and whoever gets to 31st wins. And so my score prediction is going to be 30 to 27, somewhere in that range, 33, 27, something like that. But first team to 30 wins. I fully expect this to be the the toughest game the Miami Dolphins have played in the last 30 years. It'll be the toughest game of this year with this team. It's going to be a dog fight. And I'm as Kevin Garnett said, it's a dog fight. It's a dog fight. And so I'm pretty sure that's where this is headed. And I'm excited. I'm here for it. And if you're in the Baltimore area, come hang out with us. Baltimore Beatdown, Jimmy's Famous Seafood tomorrow night at 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Jimmy's Famous Seafood. And we still have tailgate tickets for the VIP Dolphin experience. All inclusive, all you can eat, all you can drink. It's a great time. You guys got to come out. So if you're in Baltimore, come hang out with us this week. Baltimore Beatdown. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Nice. Represent big time, Steven.
Oh.
Hey guys, before we get out of here, can I ask you one more question about Buffalo? How do you see that ending out for them?
This tomorrow,
Patriots get the dog.
I'm telling you right now, everybody, divisional opponents know you better than anybody else.
I'm telling you.
And I'm telling you right now, Belichick would love nothing more than to take care of business.
Do you think Belichick doesn't want to go out of New England beating Buffalo and then the Jets and being like, I'm out, I'll go somewhere else? Like,
Yep.
Oh, and the Bills are feeling themselves. They're looking at the Dolphins game.
I'm telling you right now.
They think we're going to lose. They think that's for the division championship. They lose to the Patriots. It doesn't matter what happens to the Ravens game. We win the division. Oh, it's a trap game.
Upset alert. Upset alert.
It's 100% an upset alert.
I know we all going to be watching it, but it's the same time as our game, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
We'll keep our eyes on
scoreboard watching in Ravens Stadium. I'll be like, "What's the score over there?"
I have the score in the bottom of my live stream.
Listen, I know one thing: if we losing and they winning, I'll have another 500 people on my show talking trash. Oh my gosh, that's what I don't want Sunday, man. But before we get out of here, Stephen D, man, thank you so much for coming through, homie. Let everybody know where you are, where they can find you, and what you got going on, bro.
Hey, man, I'm at Dolphins Talk now. Go over to Dolphins Talk YouTube platform. Make sure you guys subscribe over there. Clock Blockers will be starting out to be a 3-day-a-week show. I know I haven't done it the last couple of weeks. I had the vid the last couple of weeks. So I just started feeling better about 5 days ago.
Come on.
So no, I feel really good now. I'm ready to go for this weekend, and I just want to say, without Doug or TD, I would not be in the position I am today at Dolphins Talk, and it's specifically because of you two being the guys that you are in this community, and I love you both, and I would not be in the position I am without you. And CB83, you're my guys.
We stomping with the big dogs, Stephen D. We stomping with the big dogs.
Big dogs.
Hey, we gotta have you back.
Anytime.
Yes, we gotta have you back, bro. Doug, any last words? Anything you want to tell the peeps?
Just get this W. I don't care if it's by a bad pass interference call that puts us into field goal range to kick the field goal to win the game.
Doug, come on.
I don't care how it happened.
Win the game. Just win. That's all I want. Just win the game.
Oh man, CB83.
Oh man, it's gonna be a big dub. Hey, a hot take: the Dallas game will be a tougher game for the Miami Dolphins than the Baltimore Ravens. Let's go. Let's go.
The what?
The Dallas game will be a tougher game for the Miami Dolphins than the Baltimore Ravens. We going out there to get a dub. Let's go.
That's a lot of talk, CB.
Let's go.
I sure hope so.
Tua Leroy.
We got one more minute. Let's go ahead and read these super chats. Let's see here. Running the ball successfully in our D will be our dependence. Don't make Tua force the throws, manage the game. I agree. Can we run on that defense? We'll see. What Gucci Dolphins? Let's effing go. What's up, Gucci Dolphins? Oh, what's up? Okay.
What's up, DD?
TD gives no credit. Even last week we scored on 6 of 9 possessions, and we missed a 4th and goal. Otherwise, it would have been points on 7 of 9 drives. That's like me saying that the Cowboys wouldn't have fumbled, we'd have lost. Like, stop.
Amber, good take, Amber.
Good take, Amber. TD's a hater anyway.
William Perry, what's up, my boy?
Dolphins Roundtable is the battle of the biggest head. I think mine large.
Hey, just so everybody knows, riding waves. Yeah, I'm already at the hotel. Hit me up at Stephen D SKPL. I'm at the hotel.
Tell it.
That's where the party at. By the way, we party on New Year's Eve at the hotel.
Y'all turning up.
Let me read these last three quick. Turnovers will be the key. Cannot give Lamar a short field. Make him dry the field. Lamar in pocket and make him a passer. Stop the run. Happy New Year's, fellas. And last but not least, JD the Great said, great show. Miss you guys last week. Fins up no matter what. Thank you, JD. Some people in the chat was asking, hey, I didn't give my prediction. My prediction is everybody knows what's about to happen.
Bruh.
Everybody, no matter which side you on.
I'm done with this dude.
Deep down in your soul, everybody knows.
I want to say hi to my wife and my kids that are watching. Tamika, Savannah, Steven. I love you guys. I'll be home.
Right, Tamika.
I'll be home on Monday with the victory.
My man, bring the victory back to the sip. Bring it back to the sip.
That's what's up, man. Thank you all so much. We love y'all. We appreciate you all. AFC East and Miami Dolphins Roundtable signing out. We're winning the division on Sunday. At least I hope so, because everybody knows what's going to happen.
TD, stop saying that.